Now to get away my my Zoom panel here, so we can. There we go. I hope that is better. Okay, so welcome again. Yet another Sunday, and the weather is shining, at least here in Toronto. I hope everyone is doing well. And today we have a little special call today. We have something called housekeeping. Okay, housekeeping meaning to actually educate a lot of people, because there's a lot of people that really want to understand but maybe not understand everything. So we are going to go through especially the promotions and how to find, for example, your NFT from the PopX and so on and so on. So let's get started, and I will explain some more exciting things later today. Okay, now let's see if I can move this one. There we go. So as you know, the PopX Foundation promotion that we had now a few weeks back, all was sold out, of course. And also what they have done is they have sent out the NFT for everyone. And this is the explanation how you can find your NFT and how you can actually import it to your MetaMask. I do know some of you already have done it, and I know some also have other wallets than MetaMask. Maybe there's a different ways to do things, but I'm going to show you how you do it in MetaMask at least. Now, if you go first what you need to do is to go into BSC scan. This is Binance Coins scan. We can search everything here on Binance chain. All right. So first thing you want to do is you actually put in your wallet address in here and then click enter. And then what's happening is you come, for example, to this page. And here you can then choose to click NFT transfers, because the first one you see is, of course, transactions, but then you change tab into NFT transfers. And then below you will then see, for example, this one. This was 6 days ago. They sent out all NFTs to people. And next step is that you're clicking on the end here where it says NFT, PopX Privilege NFT. You click there, and then you come into this page. Okay? And here is important details, is this part. Owner, contract address, creator, token ID. Now, in this case, we need two things. We need the contract address, and we need the token ID. Because next step is that you open up your MetaMask. Like this. And then you see there's a tab called NFTs. You click there. Then you have 3 dots, which you then click, and then you come in import NFT. You click there, of course. Then you come here. You need to select network. You need to put in the contract address and use the token ID. For example, like this. So you choose Binance Smart Chain, and the contract address you paste in and use the token ID. And then you will see that NFT was successfully added. Okay? Now, in order for you to see what kind of NFT you received, you click on the NFT here, the red image here, and you will get this one. Now, of course, no one really knows what does it mean, but I figured it out, and I talked to IT, and they told me, of course, is if it says PopX Privilege NFT A2. A2 means you got for 2,000 value. If it says A1, means you got $1,000 value of this NFT. So this is a short and brief way how you can import your NFT to your MetaMask. And then you can also see what kind of NFT you received. So remember, if it says A2, congratulations, you were one of the first 500 that did this staking process. And if it says A1, you were the next 1,000 members. Okay? Another good thing is this August, PopChain is gearing up. So first of all, we have PopChain. The mainnet launched was expected on the 12th of August. Then we have PopSwap, officially launch expected around 20th of August, which is in a few days' time. And then, of course, we also have Pop Bridge. It's a cross-chain bridge launch, expecting around 27th of August. Mainnet Pop Bridge is expected to roll out one after another, marking a key moment for our tech and ecosystem. Get ready for the next chapter of the Connectify era. I mean, maybe you think, okay, there's just something to put out there. No, this is real. It is a full blast blockchain that we are now sooner we are getting more and more in place. We're going to start onboarding part of our own ecosystem, PPT, PopMax, etc., etc. Now, if you look in here, the Pop chain launched 12th of August. Well, the Pop chain is live. For example, you can go in now to scan.popchain.ai/popchain. You can see here the blockchain explorer. And if you give me 1 second here, I just need to see one thing here. I just got to receive some information. So I need to see. Okay. So a lot of people getting confused and see, wow, it's a total value or supply of 1 billion and everyone think it's PPT. No, this is a test, okay? This blockchain explorer is still a test version. The full, how to say, the block explorer and everything will be launched soon enough. But right now it's still a little bit on a test phase with the block explorer. So don't mind the supply, okay? This is still a test. We are not gonna increase the amount of PPT, don't worry, okay? So here you can go into scan.popchain.ai and you will see fully there what's going on in the future, okay? Just so you have that in mind. And of course, when launching something amazing as PopChain, a lot of opportunities arise. And for us, this is a huge opportunity. You know, we have something called PopChain Genesis nodes. And right now, there are 2,100 PopChain node rights available. And the first 1,000 users will get ecosystem benefits worth of $3,000. The next 1,100 will enjoy a benefit of $2,000. And of course, if we all look in the mirror and say, of course, 3,000 is much more better than 2,000, even though the 2,000 benefits is really, really good also in the future. I will explain that more soon. So far, it's 850 have already been claimed. So right now it's 150 node rights left. 150 left for the first 1,000. So you still have chance to get the 3,000 value. How to participate? Well, you need to stake 10,000 USDT for 180 to 360 days in a single contract. Okay? It doesn't mean that you need to put 2,000. No, you need one contract with 10,000 USDT, and then or use PUSD, or you need 10,000 USD staking contract. The first, like I said, the first 1,000 get worth of 2,000. The remaining 1,100 get 2,000. This is a limited opportunity. And I would say secure your spot now and become one of the core driving force in the PopChain growth. Now, what is a node? And this is something I believe that a lot of people does not understand yet. A node is basically a piece of the blockchain backbone. It's kind of validator that keep the entire blockchain running smoothly. Every node keeps a copy of the blockchain ledger and helps verify and record new transaction. It's almost equally important with a node as it is with, for example, when you're mining. Okay, similarities. Now, is node like mining? With mining, you're typically using computational power to solve puzzles and secure the network. And in return, you will earn rewards. With nodes, especially in proof of stake systems, which this is, it's more like helping to validate and secure the network by holding and staking coins, like we do. So both are ways of supporting the blockchain, just slightly different roles in the same ecosystem. So in this case, you are now staking $10,000, and in this case, you get awarded with a node. Okay? So what is then a Genesis node? Because there's nodes, the transaction nodes, you have light nodes, you have different things. But Genesis node, what is that? Genesis node on PopChain, like those in many other blockchain projects, offer several key benefits for early adopters on the network. These nodes, being the first to be launched, often come with advantages like lower initial cost, guaranteed token rewards, and early access to network features and airdrops. For the network, Genesis nodes contribute to its initial security, stability, and decentralization. So benefit for the Genesis node operators. Well, lower entry cost. Like I said, normally a Genesis node can cost up to like $300,000. Okay, but here we split it up to get partial of this node. So in this case, it's a little bit lower. Guaranteed reward. Okay, everyone usually wants to have some kind of guarantees. Right now, here we have a guaranteed rewards. Genesis node operators are often rewarded with tokens, airdrops, or other incentives for the early participation and contribution to the network security. Early access and advantages. Genesis node holder may gain access to exclusive features, early network functionalities, and airdrops that may be available to the later participants. As we all know, the company also said it, you will be part of airdrops, you will be part of transaction fees, etc. So basic benefits with PopChain Genesis node is this. Long-term sharing of blockchain rewards and transaction fees. Annual interest from the staking of PPT, of course. Don't forget that. You're still earning 1% a day on the normal staking. With a 360 days, that is 36 times, okay? Now, what does block rewards mean then? A block reward is a financial incentive given to miners of validating blocks of transaction on the blockchain. The reward is typically a portion of the transaction fees and cryptocurrency tokens newly minted on the blockchain network. Now, remember what we talked about before. We have in our ecosystem, for example, BETV. BETV will be on PopChain. They will launch their own tokens. That's one. Nivex. Nivex will have their own token. That means they will also be on PopChain, meaning they will be part of us. So everything in our ecosystem and the other companies that will come in and use PopChain and create their own token is part. So if you have a Genesis node, you will get airdrops of these kind of things. That's what this makes this very, very interesting. Now, if we're talking about how much fees can it actually generate? I mean, you pay so small amount when you're using gas fees and transactions, right? Well, let's take a look at this chart. For example, we have different public chains here. We have Ethereum, we have Binance, we have Sol, and we have Tron. If you just take a look at Ethereum, okay, Ethereum has been operating for some time. And we're looking in the last part called fee generation, how much fees it had generated since start. If you're looking at Ethereum, 2.73 billion US dollars in fees. Of course, if you were around and was into cryptocurrency and had a chance to even buy or mine or have a node at that time, you would be part of this 2.73 billion. And then we're looking at Binance chain. Now look at that. Since start, and I will have to tell you, they started in 2017. They have generated over $176 billion in fees. Yeah, it would be interesting to have a part of that, right? can you only imagine? $176 billion in fee generation. So yeah, that is very, very interesting. Another interesting point when you're talking about Binance chain. Let's take a look at this. You know, Binance, as I said, started in 2017, which is, in my mind, not too far away, right? It's okay, it's 7 years, but still. I remember my first crypto experience was around 2014, 15. 17, that means I was into crypto at least 2 years, right? But yeah, you know, but there is people around that have was around 2017 and did a lot of good stuff. So Binance Coin was launched in July 2017, and people could participate in an ICO, in the called initial coin offering, and you can buy BNB for 0.15 cents. So if you bought Binance Coin in 2007, let's say we put in $1,000 in BNB, then you will have totally 6,666 Binance BNB in your wallet right now. And maybe you forgot about it or whatever. If today you will go into your wallet, you will get a smear shock because today's value of that $1,000 7 years ago is today $5.6 million worth. Okay, there is a lot of sunshine stories. I have people that, for example, was participating, bought this token coin in 2017, forgot about it and so on, and then log in and see their value today. It's like crazy. But this is fact. It's not a fairy tale. If people put in $1,000 in 2017, they will have 5.6 minimum million today in value. It could be worth something like that. So why do I bring this up? Well, Binance chain or Binance ecosystem versus POP is a lot of similarities. But let's make a comparison between Binance and POP's, not only ecosystem, but in general. Okay? Let's take a look at the foundation and core. Okay, we have Binance built around a centralized exchange. That was their main point. The centralized exchange Binance is the main engine. The Binance exchange is still the largest product and cash flow generator up to today. Pop built a community and reward driven system, PopMax and Pop Social, as a core, where participation, staking, and T building drive growth. The exchange side, Nivex, complements rather than dominates in our ecosystem. So that could be interesting to understand. Let's take a look at the token. So Binance Coin utility, trading free discount, gas on BNB chain, staking, and launchpad participation. It's deflationary, same there. The regular burns reduce supply. Value is directly tied to the exchange volume and ecosystem usage. If you're looking at POP, utility is staking, affiliate reward, gas fees on POP chain, and cross ecosystem utilities as at PopMax, BET, etc., etc. We have a deflationary design as well. Supply will reduce toward 100 million tokens from 200 million. The value is tied to the community growth, usage across the social, entertainment, and commerce. If you take a look at the blockchain, Binance have BNB chain, formerly Binance Smart Chain, powers dApps, DeFi, NFTs, and more. Heavy adoption because it's cheap and fast. PopChain serves as a backbone powering BETV, PopMax, and other platforms. Gas fee demands is central. Example, every reel made on BETV equals PPT gas. That's just one out of many companies that will use our blockchain. Remember this. Designed as a closed loop ecosystem, meaning all products feeds back into the chain. And this what is so smart set up with a closed loop ecosystem because it's everything you do is synergy in the whole ecosystem and affects everything positively. Now, products and ecosystem. Well, Binance, they have an exchange, the spot, futures, margin, whatever you have. They have a launchpad and launch pool. They have BNB Chain, which is DeFi, NFT, and gaming. They have a custody, pay, earn, labs, investments, academy. If you're looking at PopMax, we have, of course, staking and affiliate-driven earning. We have community platform, invite and reward model. We have blockchain powering everything. We have a PopX incubator fund investing in new products that use PopChain plus PPT. We have BETV, Punkverse, entertainment, and metaverse adoption layers, and more and more and more. So if you're looking at this part, we have far more better ecosystem than Binance actually, even though Binance is bigger and earlier. Growth engine. In Binance, growth comes from being the first, fastest, and listing many coins. Traders flocked in and liquidity built value. If you're looking at Pop, growth comes from community-driven adoption, plus multiple platforms feeding token demand. Staking, reels, NFTs, profit sharing, and incubator investments. Instead of relying on many traders, Pop scales through users, creators, and team builders, which is us. Revenue streams. Then we're looking for Binance. Yeah, they're making money on exchange fees, spot, future, and derivatives. They have a launch pad where people can do IEOs, which is initial exchange offerings, and earning money from blockchain fees, the BNB chain. Now let's take a look at Pop. What is the revenue streams here? Staking and affiliate models in PopMax, transaction fees across PopChain, the PPT gas, platform fees from BETV, Punkverse, and the whole ecosystem projects, investment returns from via PopX. The key difference here, Binance is a trader driven. Its success comes from dominating the exchange and expanding outward. But Pop is using and user and community driven. Its success will come from creating a closed loop system where every product from reels to staking to incubator projects creates demand for PPT and Pop chain usage. So all in all, Binance we can call the Wall Street of crypto. First, finance first, then ecosystem. Pop is more like Meta plus Netflix plus Binance hybrid. Community first, then blockchain, then finance. So all in all, if you were back in 2017, of course, and had all this knowledge we have today, there was no doubt about it. Even everyone will invest, of course, in Binance BNB token at this time. But as far as I know, we cannot travel back in time. We can only look back and then learn from it. So if you did not invest, for example, in Binance in that time, 2017, maybe you should take a look at Pop. Here's the thing. Pop is moving much faster in an industry that is booming right now. Why? What's going on in the industry? Well, just take a look at USA. We have the Trump administration who is now more or less hamstring tokens, the hamstring cryptocurrency. They're building up so many things. There will come regulations. They will do everything. It's very crypto friendly. So just take a look at the industry. You will see now all big companies, investment, countries, governments, all is hamstring Bitcoin, Ethereum. It could be other tokens. They go in and now trying to dominate and how much each country, government or company even have in crypto. And I say like this, no better time is right now. In a few years, you will look back and remember my words. You will say, why did I not act when I had a chance? Because right then, in a few years' time, we will be where Binance is today. This is my firm belief because this project goes from clarity to clarity. It's enhancing, it's moving forward faster than ever. And I mean, let's look at this. First of all, the company went out and said, we're going to launch PopChain next year, 2026, second quarter. But they moved it forward because they see the demand, the timing, everything is right now. They have so many good companies standing and knocking on their door and want to come in and use our ecosystem, want to use our PopChain, PPT, everything. And I don't remember if I told this the last time, but just take a thinking now. Let's say BETV's first goal, that's just one of the many in our ecosystem. BETV goal first year is to reach 20 million users, because that's going to be very, very popular for all social media users as well, who loves to do reels on TikTok or whatever they do with the reels. Because every time they make a reel, a short video, and post out, the BETV will reward them with their own native token. So there will be a lot of demand and a lot of interest for people to make reels to get paid. Each time they're creating a reel, it will be minted on the blockchain. Meaning every time you're minting something on the blockchain, you need to use gas fees. In this case, it will be PPT is the gas fees, all right? And 20 million users is their first goal. That's only them. We haven't even counting PopMax, Pop Social, and the other 20 companies that's in line right now who want to come on board as well. But if you have 20 million users and let's say they keep 10 PPT each in their wallet, that's a demand of 200 million tokens. 200 million PPT. And how much do we have in our total supply? That is 200 million, but we have already burned away 10 million, and we're going to keep on burning and reducing the supply down to 200 million tokens. Meaning it will be a surge of the PPT price. When people finally understand what's going on here, maybe the price already have too high for them to understand it. But think now, our PPT, the price today, and then you take a look what happened to Binance Coin today. I'm not saying we need to wait 7 years to get the price up, but let's just give it time and you will see the price of PPT will skyrocket because it's a simple math of demand and supply. So I'm really excited, as you can hear, about this because I see the potential, I see the opportunity. And how do you get most PPT? It's by staking. And this is what we offer in PopMax. All right. If we now move on, we talk about more housekeeping. Let's have one thing very clear. Those of you who qualify to go to Bali, who bought a ticket and registered and done everything, congratulations. Because in Bali, this will be more clarified than anything else. What's going on, the future plans, revealing a lot of plans. So first of all, for those who already done everything and booked your ticket, etc., congratulations. But you need also to do this. It's called a visa on arrival. Since this year, all countries in Asia in general, you need to do this, whatever you are. Even if you are a passport holder that doesn't necessarily need visa anywhere, you still need to do this. So what you do is you scan this code and you fill out this visa on arrival or something, visa on demand. I can't remember what it's called. So from September 4 to 7, we will have the PopMax Global Web3 AI Ecosystem Summit in Bali. And you need to make sure you have this travel guide. If you don't have it, reach out to me and I will send it to you. It is also in our Telegram and in WhatsApp announcement groups as well. If you do not complete this part, because it's also health, I think this one and then health something form you need also to fill in. But that you can only do 2 days prior to your travel, the health form. But it could be delay of entry. So please prepare this in advance. So PopMax Summit is near. Global ecosystem co-creators are gathering in Bali to activate value, build consensus, and ignite the future. So for that, we see you in Bali. And lastly, I also again want to inform everyone to you can now use your phone, and you can see on the left side, you will have the Telegram announcement group where you can scan and log in and receive information, updates, and news. And on the right side, you will have the WhatsApp announcement channel. And remember, no one can see each other, so you don't need to be afraid of that to invite your team. It's only admins who can see who is in, for example. And then these two, we pump out all information, updates, and everything going on. So with that little today, short meeting, but sometimes that's good too. It's Sunday. Maybe you will go out and start working on planning your future of the pop chain amazing opportunity. So with that, I will say, let's build the future together, guys. And yeah, see you next Sunday. Have a really amazing day ahead. Thank you. Bye bye bye.